Good morning, leaders. Good morning, everyone. I am May An Singson, one of the members of Group 10, and we are assigned to discuss the topic entitled Mother Tongue Based Multilingual Education, or MTB-MLE in the Philippines. So let us start. Our objectives of our topic are the following. At the end of the lesson, student will be able to number 1, understand MTB MLE goals and provisions. Number 2, explain what is MTB MLE. What is MTB MLE? Let's define first what is MTB. So, MTB, or the mother tongue base, refers to first language first education, that is schooling which begins in the mother tongue and transition to additional language. And when we say first language, um, it simply means prioritizing the first language of the child, which is the mother tongue. And on the other hand, MLE, or the multilingual education, is the use of more than one language in the teaching learning process. So, in multilingual education, no language is considered to be superior or inferior. Now, what is MTB MLE then? MTB MLE is an education program for children who do not understand or speak the official school language when they begin school. Students learn to read and write first in their mother tongue. So, in here, MTB MLE is an educational program that was created to let the students better understand the lesson being discussed by using the child's mother tongue. Since not all beginner students understand or speak the official languages, which are the Filipino and English language, which being recognized here in the Philippines as our official languages. And to aid the problem of learners, specifically the beginners like kinder students who are not ready yet or understand the official school language, so they will learn first to write and read using their mother tongue. So DepEd uses 19 languages in MTB MLE such as Tagalog, Kapampangan, Pangasinan, Ilocano, Bicol, Ibanag, Waray, Hiligaynon, and many more. The mother tongue and additional languages are used in the classroom. Learners will begin their education in the language they understand best, which is their mother tongue. So, for them to develop a strong foundation in that language before adding additional languages. UNESCO supports mother tongue instruction as a means of improving educational quality by building upon the knowledge and experience of the learners and teachers. So, UNESCO, or United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, they are the one who provides technical advice and support to develop the institutional and human capacity of countries to achieve their educational goals. So, this includes training of education practitioners and officers in multiple fields, including planning, curriculum designing, and data collection and distance learning. So, UNESCO has encouraged mother tongue instruction in primary education since 1953 and actually highlights the advantages of mother tongue education right from the start. So, for them, children are more likely to enroll and succeed in school, as well as parents are more likely to communicate with teachers and participate their children's learning using mother tongue as a medium of instruction. The purpose of MTB MLE program strengthens the development of the appropriate cognitive and reasoning skills, enabling children to operate um, equally in different languages, starting with mother tongue. Here, it means that MTB MLE focus in bilingual enhancement of the student, and through this it will enable the students to acquire standardized language in global language while carrying local language and culture. So Through MTB MLE, children will become more confident in conceiving and explaining content and more articulate in expressing their ideas using mother tongue. This will also enable the learners to immediately construct ideas, explain without fear of making mistakes, and add new concepts to those they already know. Now let's proceed. Goals and provisions of MTB MLE program. So the goals of MTB MLE was um, the aim at improving the learners' fundamental abilities, develop more competent citizens, and prepare graduates for lifelong learning and career development. So learners will become effectively bilingual, bicultural, and at the same time achieve excellence in education. So that is the goals of the MTB MLE program. Now, on the other hand, the provision of MTB MLE program under Department Order Number 7, the mother tongue shall be the primary medium of instruction during the first 4 years of primary education, while students learn Filipino and English as subject areas.
I am Leonica Singkala and I'll be discussing the MTB MLE curriculum framework in the Philippines. So, MTB MLE policy in the Philippines involves implementation of local mother tongues as the language of instruction in kindergarten to year 3, with official languages Filipino and English being introduced as the language of instruction after grade 3. So, as what we have observed from kindergarten to grade 3, now that they can easily understand the lesson if their teacher are using the language that they can understand. So, mahirap naman talaga if their teacher are using the language na hindi nila maiintindihan. Let's just say, gumamit ang alang guro ng English language or Filipino. And then, ang student, no, say, kindergarten to grade 3, is most of them are Bisaya, and yun lamang ang language na kanilang maiintindihan. So, ano mangyayari doon? Hindi maiintindihan ng student, no? Kung anong pinagsasabi ng kanilang guro, no? Maraming questions. Kasi nga, their teacher are using Filipino and English language na ang student ay hindi nila maiintindihan yon. That's why, no, the Philippines are implementing the local mother tongues as the language of instruction. So, after nun, pagtungtong ng grade 4, no, saka lang i-introduce ang Filipino and English as the language of instruction. Now, according to RA 10533, Section 4, Paragraph 3 of EBEP Program of 2013, no, for kindergarten and the first 3 years of elementary education, instruction, teaching materials, and assessment shall be in regional or native language of the learners. So, as what I have mentioned earlier, no, na madaling maiintindihan ng bata ang lesson if the teacher are using the language that they can understand. So, dito, just the same, no, according to RA 10533, no, from kindergarten to grade 3 na dapat, no, ang mga education or instruction or mga materials and assessment is ang gagamitin is mga native language, no, para sa learners. Why, no? For example, the teacher, no, is telling a story to students, no, from kindergarten to grade 3, no. And ang text sa story na yon is ang language sa story na yun is English. And then, binasa yun ng teacher, no? Binasa yun ng teacher sa mga estudyante niya. Now, what the teacher should do is to translate that one, no? Para sa mga bata. For them to understand that story well. But then, it would be better, no? especially sa mga materials na gagamitin ng isang guro na, no, for the learners, no, na it should be also aligned, no, sa language na may iintindihan ng bata. So that is according to RA 10533. DepEd shall formulate a model language transition from grade 4 to grade 6. So dito na pumapasok ang Filipino and English, no, na pwede nang gumamit ng 3 languages ang isang guro, which is the mother tongue, Filipino, and English as e-learning instruction for the learners. So that is the MTB MLE curriculum framework in the Philippines. So thank you.
Leaders, my name is Ariana Yungkal. I am the third reporter, so I will be the one to explain the RA 10157. Kindergarten Education Act. The mother tongue of the learner shall be the primary medium of instruction for teaching and learning in kindergarten level. However, there are exceptions. The first one is when the pupils in the kindergarten classroom have different mother tongue or when some of them speak another mother tongue. As for the exemption, for example, when there are pupils in class who speak different mother tongue, or if some students are more proficient in different language, in such cases, the medium of instruction may need to be adjusted to accommodate the diverse linguistic background of the students. The second one, when the teacher does not speak the mother tongue of the learners. It is perhaps a situation where the teacher is not proficient in the language of the learners, and in such cases, an alternative medium of instruction may be used. For example, if the teacher does not speak the mother tongue of his learners, they may need to use a different language that both the teacher and the learners can communicate effectively in. The purpose is to ensure effective communication and understanding between the teacher and the learners to facilitate learnings. The third one is when resources in line with the use of mother tongue are not yet available. This suggestion that there may be situations where the necessary resources to support the use of the mother tongue are not yet available. In such cases, an alternative medium of instruction may be used until the resources to support the use of the mother tongue become available. The purpose is to ensure that the learners receive quality education, regardless of the language used for instruction. The fourth one is when the teachers are not trained how to use the MTBL MLE program. We have to remember that if some teachers may not yet be trained on how to use the MTBL MLE program, which is curriculum that emphasizes the use of the mother tongue as the medium of instruction, it may be difficult for teachers to implement the program effectively, which could compromise the quality of education provided to the student. Therefore, an exemption is made for teachers who are not yet trained on how to use the MTB MLE program. The exemption is temporary and efforts should be made to provide training and support to these teachers so that they can effectively use the program in the future. What is the impact of MTB MLA program in child's development? There is increased their understanding of classroom content, increased their comprehension that in mother tongue they can learn all the words and they can understand. This alone are the benefit of the MTB MLE program. It helps learners increase their understanding of classroom content when children are taught in their mother tongue. They can learn all the words and concepts more easily, quick, and quickly. They can also understand the teacher's instruction and explain more clearly, leading to increased comprehension of the classroom content. This in turn leads to better academic performance and more positive attitude toward learning. Strengthen the development of appropriate cognitive and reasoning skills, enabling children to operate equally in different language. This suggests that it has a positive impact on a child's development, particularly in terms of language and cognitive skills. When children are taught in their mother tongue, they are more likely to understand what is being taught, which can lead to better performance in school. The MTBMLE program also helps to bridge the gap between home language and the language of the instruction, which can help children to feel more comfortable and confident in the classroom. That's all. Thank you.